What if I told you the America we know today, with its vast forests and sprawling landscapes, is not an untouched wilderness, but a carefully managed garden, shaped over thousands of years by its original inhabitants? For centuries, the story we've been told is of a vast, empty continent, a pristine wilderness waiting to be discovered. But this narrative erases the true architects of early America, the indigenous nations. Before European contact, North America was home to millions of people living in complex societies. They weren't just living on the land, they were actively shaping it with incredible ingenuity. Take controlled burns, a practice now recognized by modern ecologists. Indigenous peoples used fire with surgical precision to clear underbrush, which prevented catastrophic wildfires, promoted the growth of useful plants, and created ideal habitats for game animals like deer and elk. The open, park-like forests that early explorers marveled at were not a natural occurrence, but the result of intentional, centuries-old land management. This was a landscape actively curated for abundance. Agricultural genius is perhaps best seen in the Three Sisters system. Instead of single-crop fields that deplete the soil, nations like the Haudenosaunee planted corn, beans, and squash together in a symbiotic relationship. The corn provided a stalk for the beans to climb. The beans fixed nitrogen in the soil, enriching it for the other plants. And the broad leaves of the squash shaded the ground, preventing weeds and retaining moisture. This wasn't just farming. It was a sophisticated, self-sustaining ecosystem that provided a complete and balanced diet. It's a lesson in sustainable agriculture we are still learning from today, and the idea of scattered nomadic tribes. Let's talk about cities. Long before London or Paris were major metropolises, the city of Cahokia, near modern-day St. Louis, was a bustling urban center. At its peak around the year 1100, it had a population of up to 20,000 people, larger than London at the time. It featured massive earthen mounds, the largest of which is bigger at its base than the Great Pyramid of Giza. Cahokia had a grand central plaza, residential neighborhoods, and a sophisticated understanding of urban planning and astronomy. This was not an isolated case. Similar mound-building cultures thrived across the Mississippi and Ohio River valleys, creating vast networks of trade and culture. Out in the arid Southwest, the ancestral Puebloan peoples, ancestors of today's Pueblo communities, engineered remarkable solutions to survive in a dry climate. They built complex irrigation systems with canals, dams, and reservoirs to channel precious water to their crops. They constructed incredible cliff dwellings and multi-story stone villages, like those at Chaco Canyon, which served as major ceremonial and economic centers. Their ability to create thriving agricultural communities in the desert is a testament to their deep understanding of hydrology and engineering. So, the myth of an empty, untamed wilderness is just that, a myth. It was a convenient story used to justify colonization. The reality is that when Europeans arrived, they didn't step into a wild, virgin land. They stepped into a continent that had been home to advanced civilizations for millennia, worlds shaped by indigenous science, engineering, and a deep, reciprocal relationship with the environment. The evidence is all around us, in the soil, the forests, and the very shape of the land. By acknowledging this history, we not only give credit to the original innovators of this continent, but also gain invaluable wisdom about how to live sustainably on our shared planet. Thank you for watching. If you found this history as fascinating as I do, please like this video and subscribe for more stories that challenge what we think we know. See you next time.